Welcome back to the channel, guys. So I've been so busy with work and stuff, but again, it's none of your guys' business. I decided to start a new series. I'm hoping that this series kicks off. I don't know, this will be my first one. But we're just gonna talk about car setups. So these videos shouldn't be long. They should less than like 10 minutes. Just talk about quick setups so people can understand it a little bit, and I can explain it as the best of my capabilities, as I do try to explain things a little too much, and then I lose myself a bit and I forget some of the words I'm trying to come up with. Not come up with words to use, right? So today what we're going to talk about on setups on cars, I thought about talking about camber, but instead I'm going to talk about the rear toe of the vehicles. So what I mean about rear toe is the rear of the vehicles, right? Toe in is, let me get these two tools here. So the rear of the vehicles, right? You can see I'm fit, right? The rear, the back, right? The bottom parts. Oh my god, I forgot the words already for it. But these guys here, right? The suspension mounts. There you go. These ones here, the aluminum suspension mounts here. Not aluminum, sorry. They're just called suspension mounts. Some of them look like this is aluminum, but you get what I mean, right? These are the toe blocks here, right? Right. So the reason toe is important in the drift videos, it's also similar to real life cars, is when you have zero toe, technically you just imagine these are the wheels, this is the front toe block, this is the rear one, right? And then these are your shafts holding the two wheels here, right? Right, self-explanatory, right? Right, just like in the car, right? So the reason toe is important is toe helps drive the car out, or drive the car forward out of the line, out of the drift, because we're talking about drifting. I'm not trying to set up your car for touring style or anything like that, right? I'm literally talking about drifting here, right? For the RC cars, not for real life drifting, but you know, it's similar, but it's hard for me to say it's the same because it's, I'm gonna be told honest with you, no bullshitter here. I don't know anything about real car drifting. I'm a fan of it, but I have no idea how to set those up. I'm not no real car engineer, but again, pure blah blah blah. Again, so the reason toe is good on the drift cars for setups, or again, this is for setup depending on the track layout. If you have zero toe like this, you're gonna notice that you're gonna be a little slow coming out of corners and on the straightaways, and you might have a little bit of grip on sideways, just a little bit. Right, you can notice the car's be able to go sideways, but the car won't be as snappy, like it won't transition as much as you want or as fast as you want, and you'll notice you'll be a little slow, right? So having toe in is always important. So when I mean toe in is the front ones will go in a little bit. You don't want no aggressive toe, like, you know, like 2 degrees or whatever degrees of it is, right? You always want a little bit of toe. So one of the things you need to do, it's a good thing I kept this chart because it's the only one that I have, is every time when you build a car, or even if you bought it used, look up what chassis it is and then Google the instructions, and it'll tell you the setup sheet or the instructions how to build it. It'll tell you which ones to install, right? Like that have different numbers here. So you just have to find out. See if I can show you. So I'm a picture guy myself, so when I see a picture or a part, it's easier for me to understand. Like this guy here. So this one here, it says 61.2. See that? And this is the front of my RDX. So the front of my RDX is 61.2, and the rear of my RDX, I believe, was shoot, I can't even. If I look it up, let's see if I can just take this off. Just so you guys get a visual representation of what I'm trying to say. The rear, there you go. So the rear of the RDX is 62, right? So 62 and then 61.2. So you're getting 0.8 degrees, right, of toe in, right? That's what the RDX has pretty good traction coming out of corners and in corners, right? So you have 0.8 degrees of toe in, right? So the way you can change it, right, this is what we always say setup, right? Because this is the stock bone out of stock setup, and it'll get you going. And guys always buy chassis. They'll set up like, oh yeah, it's pretty good, and then they always wonder, oh, how come that guy, bought a chassis and his is like just a little bit faster than mine. It could be suspension, right? But that's another a talk for another subject for another day or another video, right? But it also could be his toe. Like for me, I'm not running, as you can see, I'm not running the same toe. I took this out. I put the other one so you can adjust. The one that you can adjust. I believe it's in my previous videos. You buy the toe blocks. This, if you want to buy, you can buy this one here. This is the part. So you can see. So if you just by the numbers, right, you get different degrees. So you can put the back 64 and put 60 on the front. So that'll give you, you do the math, right? It'll give you more toe in. So then you'll notice when you're coming out of corners, right, when you're drifting side, and as soon as you're coming out of corners, starting to slowly straighten up, you'll notice your car has more drive to push out. And you'll notice on angle too, you'll be like, oh, it's actually quicker on angle. Or you might be a little bit slower on angle. It all depends on your track layout, right? If you notice your track layout is always boom, boom, it's always transitioning. There's no long throws. Like my own example that I have to show you guys is, not from my previous tracks, it's the tracks I'm driving now, is that strictly sideways. It's a lot of transitioning. And then when I go to Elite, it's longer transitions. They're not just transition. They're longer with a little bit of 10-degree angle for a little bit of a straight. So 10-degree angle straight, and then you launch it for the next one. All right, so I noticed for me, I run about 1 degree of toe in, which gives me the perfect, for my style of driving, perfect momentum going through the turn, and then good enough traction when I come out of the turn for the 10-degree to straighten to 10-degree to full angle for the next transition, in between transitions, right? So you can just see my videos. Just go back to my running videos to see me how I run my videos, even on Instagram, and you'll see what I mean. So again, this is what toe does, right? So toe helps you drive the car forward, right? So again, you toe in, the wheels spin, it pushes the power into the chassis, right? Toe in, the power of the wheels drive in, so it pushes the chassis forward, gives you speed, right? And you can yeet it in, right? I say yeet, send it in, right? So again, if you're ever wondering why you're losing speed, check your toe, adjust your toe. You'll be surprised what you'll get. And don't just do one setup. I've changed my toe from this guy from, I was at 0.8 to, I think, went right to a 1 now. I believe I'm at 1.2. I can't tell you guys the exact setup because, well, my setups are a little bit on my own setups. I'll help my team out, but that's it. So again, toe in. First thing for setups, check your toe. Not the first thing for setups, but check your setup if you feel like you're losing speed. Check your toe, right? Adjust the rear or adjust the front. Again, that's an upgrade. You can't use your stock plastic ones. You need to buy the aluminum ones because it comes with the C cups. And these are the cups here. And you change the numbers. Rev D, if it's Yokomo, their numbers. Rev D, their letters. And you adjust to what you want, right? So I hope this video helps. The next episode, maybe it'll be camber, right? See you guys in the next one. Leave a thumbs up. Leave a comment on this. Again, I'm not an expert, but this is just me telling you guys how I set up, because I only talk about things that I actually know about. I don't talk about anything else. If I don't know it, I can't help you. But hopefully this video helps you guys out, and I'll see you guys on the next one.